To this now, the Gauteng Department of Social Development Men's Forum, or GDSDMF, has been engaging men since 2012. I wonder if you knew in efforts to mobilize men against gender-based violence as well as femicide. Now, in the efforts to fight this second pandemic, many interventions have been held by the department in the form of marches and protests, as well as providing the necessary support to victims as well as their families. However, in communicating effectively with men to be part of the fight against GBV and femicide, it has proved to be rather difficult. Now, can men be an integral part in the fight against GBV as well as femicide? Let's welcome now in studio with me Mr. Bongane Ngomane, who is the Gauteng Social Development Acting DG. He is in studio with us. Bongane, a very good evening to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Easter greetings. We're still on a long Easter weekend, so thank you so much for making time to come to studio. We're just talking now, Bongane, like what an interesting initiative this GDSDMF, and apparently it's been operational since 2012. But how come many men and most people, they generally just don't have enough information about it?
Thanks a lot, Alicia, and Easter greetings to you and the viewers at home. What we are doing, we started in 2012 to organize men as a Department of Social Development and to give them a platform to express themselves. Issues that affect them individually as men, but also issues that affect their communities. Subsequent to that, we took a decision to spread this initiative of Men's Forum throughout the province in Gauteng. So we are going around forming men's forums in different townships since 2012. And out of that, great initiative have come out of it. One of them now that we just launched last week, it's called 1 Million Men's Petition. The intention of this 1 Million Men's Petition is to get men to volunteer. Because you find men saying, I'm not a bad man, I'm not abusive.
I'm not part of the problem.
Yes, I'm not part of the problem. So we are saying, you who are good men, volunteer now to fight this scourge. Volunteer to help young boys to understand what is positive masculinity. Volunteer to fight against gender-based violence and to partner even with women organizations against gender-based violence. So we are saying, we want at least 1 million volunteers. And this 1 million, it's not just thumbsucked. It's influenced by the population demographics of South Africa. Because when we look in South Africa, we've got almost 60 million citizens, and almost half of that are men. So we are saying, if we can get at least 1 million out of that 60 million, who are strong volunteers, who are strong advocates and doers against gender-based violence, we can be able to successfully fight gender-based violence in our country. So we are requesting men to contact Department of Social Development to register as volunteers, but also to contact our website, which is www.sa-men's-petition. So the information is there. They can join, and we can really capacitate them, train them to be effective volunteers against gender-based violence.
What kind of conversations are taking place at these initiatives or at these sittings, Bongane? I mean, a lot of men are complaining that there is an absence of male role figures. You know, there's no longer father figures in families, which actually lead these men to perpetuate GBV as well as femicide. So are these the type of conversations that you are cultivating when you're saying you want these volunteers to be part of the conversation as well as the initiatives?
We discuss a range of topics in our engagements, from substance abuse to
And who are you speaking to? Are you speaking to the men that are part of the forum? Are you equipping them with information so that they don't become perpetrators? Or are you giving them a message to say, well, you know, just relay the message to the next person so that they do not perpetuate violence?
We've got members, but our sessions are open for every man.
Yeah.
So if we are meeting, let's say we've got a meeting in Auckland Park, we will invite everyone.
Okay.
So then they can come. But we discuss gender-based violence, we discuss substance abuse, mentoring a boy child, even issues of enhancing family structures, and even crime. So it just depends on the nature of the meeting and the circumstances of the meeting. It is a very important platform, but as we have said earlier, it's not easy mobilizing men. That is why now we are intentional to say we want at least volunteers now.
Where are you going to get these 1 million men, Bongane? Because I was just asking you, are you going to stop at a certain shop that sells certain beverages to collect these people and bus them into this place in order for these men to participate? How are you getting these men to be active and be part of this great initiative? Great initiative, by the way.
You know, Gauteng alone is a home of more than 16 million people.
Yeah.
So we said it shouldn't be impossible. We just need to cultivate our organizing strategies. You know? We must go to workplace, we must go to churches, we must go to schools. But remember, we don't just want a signature for the sake of it. We want a person
active participants.
Saying, yes, want a person who's saying, I want to participate, I want to assist. Because when you talk to men, really, in taxi ranks everywhere, no one says I'm a perpetrator.
Oh, they're not going to admit that.
So those that are saying I'm not a perpetrator, please join, so that then if we go to court to protest, we see you there. If we phone you and say there is a person or a young lady or a woman that is being violated in such an area, please provide transport to go there, see what's happening. Please phone the police. Just be there to assist. And also this, we hope, it will bring confidence to South Africans once more. It will make South African women and even children to see that indeed these men are walking the talk. They are not just there and doing nothing about it.
And by name, the providers and protectors of women and children in the country.
And they will see the value of this men's forum. So now we are saying it's high time that South African men become action-orientated. Because it affects everyone, gender-based violence. Other people want to say there is no need for, this is a women's battle. No, it affects everyone, because victims of gender-based violence are related to us. We live with them. They are our sisters, they are our daughters. So it's people we know.
Absolutely. And I suppose in those conversations as well, Bongane, you equip those who are even perpetrators as to how they can better change that behavior so as not to be, you know, to commit these violent crimes against women. Unfortunately, we're out of time. Bongane, you did say that this information is available on the Social Development's website as well. So any man can actually just go on the website or go to the nearest offices that you have nationwide to actually get the information, and they'll get that information. All right, unfortunately we're out of time, but thank you so much to Mr. Bongane Ngomane, the Gauteng Social Development Acting Director General, talking to us about a great initiative there, which is a men's forum.